Okay, hey, we're back in Michigan, I guess it is. Taylor Farms. Gonna do a little farming today. Why are the sheep on? Turn sheep off. Get off, sheep. I don't know why sheep are on. Alright, well, let's get started here. I don't know what I was doing. This isn't the map I was playing. Alrighty then. We got a couple of new mods. Well, one new mod anyway. Let's see. No, we got two new mods. Got weeds here. We got no weeds there. That's not my field. I don't care. 100% weeds. This is the field I was waiting on the weeds. Yes, I was. Is it 100% yet, all the whole field? I forgot my chat. Hang on. I gotta turn my chat on. Of course, there's nobody here to chat with yet, but that's okay. Hopefully, we'll be okay with that. Alright, where we at? 100% here. Alright, we're still waiting. The end of this field is not ready yet. Goddamn ditches. Pardon my French. Okay, we need some fertilizer here. So here's the thing. Let me shut down my time a little bit because I've got one of the new mods is new fertilizer and an herbicide, a Rubicon, a new Rubicon I got, and I want to switch out the old Rubicons. Oh crap! I'm almost out of money. Where's the Rubicons? Alright, here's one here. Okay, so we're going to switch this thing out here as soon as I get enough room. I need enough room to dump my... What is this? Liquid fertilizer. Yeah, I need enough room to dump my fertilizer out. So let's see if there's room here. Alright, so I will dump that out. The keyboard number, not I, me, or I or anything like that. Okay, so that's empty now. I can go sell this. Hey, Scorpion! Just got the notification. Well, I only started... couple minutes ago, so let me know how the stream is. Let me know how the sound is. I've popped it back up to 1080p, so let me know how that's going for you. As far as sound, I haven't changed it since the last live stream. So how's work going? Dar the farmer, hi, how are you? And yeah, I'm still using the controller today. I haven't messed with the wheel. Just got off your break. Are you working at home still, or are you back to the factory? Today at home, work tomorrow, off Friday. You're off Friday? What are you off Friday for? Is it a holiday? A holiday, get it? A holiday. Just kidding. I didn't realize it was noon. I'm out. I was out in space in Elite Dangerous. I'm trying to get as much into my ship as I can. So I was doing some mining so that I could do some engineering, last minute engineering. Try to boost my my jump range, and I looked up and I said, oh my god, it's noon. Well, I hadn't eaten. So I ran in the kitchen, made myself a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly, PB&J, gobbled that down real quick and then started a live stream. So here I am. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. All right, I'm going to sell this a Rubicon. Okay. Dar, how are you doing? How's retirement? Let me purchase a new Rubicon. Okay, here's what I'm doing. I got this Rubicon here. I showed it off in a video which you haven't seen yet. It's probably going to be at least 3, 4, 5 days before you see it. But I have this Rubicon, and I modded it for me. But what the other author did is he made it so you can change the color. So I'm going to have one white for fertilizer and one red for herbicide. The other thing he did is he modded it so the boom doesn't have any collision. So you don't have to worry about trees and hedges and posts and all kinds of crap-a-doodle-doo like that anymore. So let's buy this little booger here. Okay, there's the white one. I'm going to buy another one since I'm in here. I'm going to make it red. I'm going to make it bright red for the herbicide. Alright, cool beans. Let's get out of here. Alright, there they are. Let's go get the first one we want to get is this one because I need to get my fertilizer back in it. And then we'll pop the other one over here and sell it. What else is new? Nobody's talking out there. Oh, there's Dar. Oh, snowstorm on Friday and Saturday. Oh, geez. I feel for you. We haven't had any terribly cold weather for quite some time. Ryan, thank you for the host. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Small town boys in the house. Hey, small time. Small time. I didn't mean that. Small town. I like small towns. I don't like big cities. I've never been a city folk. I like small towns. Very small towns. I've lived in some small towns. I've lived in towns smaller than 900. Farmer Mike, how are you? First timer, been following your channel for months. Thank you. I did see that that you subscribed to my YouTube channel the other day. I think that's what it was. Anyway, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Hope you're having fun. I'm doing great, small town. I just can't talk today. I threw everybody off last live stream because I made mention about, I was talking about cell phones and that I can't think of anything to say in a cell phone. And oh my God, I got inundated. What? How could you say you can't think of anything to say? That's all you do is talk. I said, well, it's a telephone. It's different. And before I started YouTubing, I was quiet and shy, never said a word. I was the kind of guy you see at a party where he's sitting in the corner just watching everybody. I'm still that way, actually. All right, let's see. I need to load this stuff back up, if I can. Am I not close enough? There we go. Anyway, I'm doing great. Yeah, that was a problem for me. You know, I needed to know what... I mean, you can tell, but... No, you can't, actually. You got to actually get in the dang thing before you can tell what's in. So, yeah, I haven't put this in the OneDrive yet, but I'll put it in. Remind me when the stream is over. I'll put it in OneDrive. I didn't put it into OneDrive because I hadn't modded it, and I played with it on my other game and decided that it didn't hold enough. I didn't boost it up crazy. It's only holding 20,000. But I decided it didn't hold enough, so I put a little bit more capacity in it. What do you miss the most from FS17? Mostly, well, yeah, there's always the little mods. I miss some of the maps too. Mostly I miss Courseplay and the vehicle switcher. Oh, somebody will get to it. They're just now getting the scripting out. Yeah, I miss GPS, which is kind of funny for me. I'll tell you why. When GPS first came out, and I don't even know which one it came out for, if it was 2015 or 2017. Got to go, small town? All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll see you again next time. Take care, buddy. I don't know when GPS came out, but I didn't use it. And I can't tell you how many people, subscribers, would tell me, you need to be using GPS. No, I don't want to use GPS. It went round and round with some people. Scorpion was one of them. And it was a long time. GPS had been a long time out before I actually used it. And I couldn't figure out why. Except for I didn't quite know what I'd need it for, and I hadn't used it before, and so I didn't mess with it. Maybe 15? Bill's in the house. Pool party! Alright, what's that yellow water in the pool, Bill? Wasn't there before you got here. Alright, this is the herbicide one. Man, I just can't get used to this. I can't get used to having to start the engine. And as you noticed, I didn't stop it either. I did find out in one of my last episodes that I recorded that I really do believe it's the time that will actually turn the engine off. If you get out of it for a while, after a certain amount of time, it'll turn itself off. I thought it might be distance, but I tested that the other day when I jumped out of the rig and ran as far away as I could and came back again, and it was still running. So it's got to be time. Time is of essence. All right, there we go. Well, that's why I tested it. I don't know if it is distance, because like I said, I jumped out of a rig and I ran the length of the map and back again, and it was still running, so I think it's time. Alright, well, yellow pool water is one thing. Floaters, that's another. Remember that movie, Caddyshack, where a guy dropped it? What was it? Was it a Baby Ruth? I think it was a Baby Ruth in the pool. And it looks just like a turd. And it does. Baby Ruth candy bars look just like a turd. Like a dog turd. Oh, you finally got the shuttle control. I didn't ever like the shuttle control. Yes, Mike, it's Michigan map. Taylor Farms. I don't know who Taylor is, but this is his farm right here. Ryan. Yeah, you and Bill get along. The new version of Vehicle Enhancement has it. Really, does it? I think I've got the new version of that. I think I updated it the other day. And I was trying to look at it and see what changed, and I was too lazy to read the description. Do you have to key it like you do the other things? Oh, it updated today. Well, then I don't have it. Yeah, like I said, I was dinking around and didn't realize it was time for me to live stream. And oh, by the way, I have to also mention, I don't know if you noticed how much money I had. I only had about 900,000 up there. And you know how much you lose when you sell a rig. Well, in this case, when he remodded, the guy that remodded this, I think his name is Sam, he halved the price. So the thing only sells for about half of what it did. So you don't really lose a whole lot of money. I didn't lose very much money at all by selling the old ones and buying the new one. That's a good thing. So tell me, Bill, why do you like the shuttle? Because I never used it. The Muppet Show. I like the Muppets, though. I like them two old guys because they remind me of me. The two guys that sit up in the balcony and bitch all the time. I like those guys. They're funny. They make me laugh. Alright, this one looks just like the other one. I like Michigan, yeah. Cedric, hello, how are you? Oh, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. As long as you're not yelling at me. Well, wait a minute. You are, with caps. That's okay. Statler and Waldorf, is that actually their names? I didn't know that. It's not like I watched the Muppets, so I just knew who they were. I just didn't know their name. Statler and Waldorf. Funny names. Alright, let's put this herbicide back. Then I'll be ready to do some farming. So Cedric, how are you today? I hope everything's fine in your family and everything in your life. I used a stick shifter on my G27 for forward and backwards. Oh, that makes sense. You know what? I never did that. By the way, how's your G27 working now on 19? Because I've never put mine back in. I know Dar's in today, and she was saying that she missed my my G27 because she doesn't like it when I do this turny thing all the time. When you have weeds and spread herbicide, no, it does not affect the crop. Well, of course, I've got crop withering turned off, because if you drive on the crops, it'll ruin the crops. But I've got that turned off. Yeah, that's what I was. See, that's why I didn't mess with it. I got frustrated. I said to hell with it. I'll wait till somebody fixes it before I try it again. And then I got used to not having anything on my desk. Because that wheel takes up a lot of room. I still have the pedals, you know, on the floor, but that doesn't bother me. You just got the game, Cedric? Do you like it? Are you having fun with it? And did you know anything about it before you bought it? Alright, so we got some weed stuff in here. Let me jump out in the field. And yeah, we got weeds here. Fertilizer's okay, but we got weeds. Alright, so let's see here. Let me spread this out. Oh, the Logitech side panel. Is that what it's called, side panel? Because I have the G13, which is that I use along with everything else. Is that what you mean by the side panel? Yeah, it's a G13. It's a gamepad, is what it is. And I use that in conjunction with everything else. Alright, let's see here now. See if I can hire a worker. Who do we have? Kevin Stahl's working today. I haven't seen Kevin in a long time. Dar has the Satec wheel and pedals, and it's worked great since day one. Well, I've had the G27 for quite some time, and I've never had any trouble with it. I have heard other people have trouble with it. There's a guy named Squirrel, I think his name is, that does Euro truck driving, and I know that his G27 went out after several months of use, and it was the transformer that went out. But I haven't had any trouble with mine. Cedric says he went from 15 to 19. Oh, okay. So you didn't play 17, huh? But to be honest with you, between those 3 games, well, and even 13 for that matter, the gameplay's identical in all of the games. There's not really been a whole lot of change, so you really haven't missed anything if you didn't play 17, except for the fact that, you know, there's lots of maps and mods and, you know, things like that that came into the game. A lot of production. If you missed production, I missed the production because I get to the point where I don't see any point in just farming corn if I don't have anything that I can do with it. In the base game, and this is one of my bitches about Giant the whole time, is that they make a base game. The map is small and crappy. There's no mods on it. You do get equipment mods, but there's no mods on it. And you plant crops, you harvest crops, you sell crops. Plant crops, harvest crops, sell crops. Same way with the animals. You grow cows, you sell milk. You grow cows, you sell milk. Pigs, you grow pigs. I don't know, whatever you want to do with pigs. I guess you can sell them. Sheep, you get wool. Okay, so some people created some mods where you could take your cows and get steaks out of them. Pork chops on the lambs, and so at least you're growing something. And the crop's the same way. You can grow a crop, and wheat and barley, you can make flour. Take the flour, you can make bread. You know, why they don't do something like that, I don't know. Chinese food, all I had was a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Hey, Small Town is back. Welcome back, Small Town. Oh, crap. Oh, jeez. What the hell? Oh, I'm stuck now. I don't think four-wheel drive is going to get me out of this. Oh, man. Oh, let me wind her up. Oh, I'm in trouble. Is Alan here? I didn't see Alan come in. When did Alan come in? There he is. Hey, Ginger. How you doing? Let me see if I can walk my way out of here. But, you know, it's almost going to make it. And I forgot to put that mod in you guys were telling me about that lets me grab onto stuff. Come on, walk out of it. I can't get out of it. Oh, man. I don't know what I can do. I'm going to lose everything, aren't I? What was that mod you told me to get, Scorpion? A couple of you guys told me. The muscle mod. Is that what it's actually called? The muscle mod? Yeah, I can't get out of it. I'm not getting out of it. Dang it. Herbicide in the water. Hey, it's just like in the old days when they used to crap in the water, drink it and get typhoid, and then wonder why they were dying overnight. All right, hang on. Let's see. How do you get out of this thing? That ain't it. Where am I? There I am. Turn that back on. Reset. I don't have a choice. Dang it. Bummer trail. It didn't reset it. What did not confirm it or something? What did it say? Colin Hazmat. Mega Strength is the name. Mercury Farms 1 is a beta, I heard, for PC. Alright, something's wrong. It's not letting me reset it. Why is that? And I keep punching too fast. Do you really want to? Yes, I do. Could not return the vehicle tool because it's in use. Oh, well, fine. I can fix that. I didn't even know that was an issue. So it won't transport me. Is that what it's saying? I'm too heavy? Bummer. That makes me mad. What'd I lose? I lost all my fertilizer. I didn't lose my fuel. That's a good thing. Did they fix that fuel thing where you don't lose your fuel? Thanks, Bill. I didn't realize that was a thing. Because I never get stuck. That's the first time I've ever done anything like that. I didn't know you had to get out of it. Alan, what's new with you today? Anybody seen Andy today? I miss Andy. I miss Alan too. But he's here now. They're my Scottish buddies. I like Scottish people. I like all people. Actually, that's not true. I don't like people at all. I like persons. Let's put it that way. The general public, no, I don't care for it. I actually think people in general are no damn good. I can prove my point. Just watch YouTube. Watch the chat on YouTube. You'll find out. Now I got to fill this thing up again. I'm going to do this manually this time. Same old, same old. Anyone from General is evil. I mean, General Chat? No, seriously though, you know, people on the internet anymore, they're just flat nasty to people. All right, Cedric's talking in language I don't understand, so somebody's gonna have to translate for me, or not. I don't know. All right, now I gotta figure out what I've done and what I haven't done. Did I do this part? Now I got another damn ditch. Nope, that's got weeds in it. I'm not driving in a ditch this time. Here, I'll drive in the neighbor's field. I'm General. Okay, watch the Night School movie. I don't know what that is either. I'm very politically incorrect. Kevin Hart. Oh, I know who he is. Didn't he just get kicked off the host of the Oscars? Like anybody ever watches the Oscars anyway. I'm a general in the troll army. Oh, you talking about Bill? Yeah, Kevin Hart, he's a short little guy. I saw him on the new Jumanji, and it was pretty good. I hate to say it, but I kind of like the new Jumanji better than I like the first one. I know I'm going to overlap here, but I don't care. Yeah, he's a short little guy. He's funny, though. Well, at least I liked him in movies and stuff. I've never seen his... Is he a stand-up comedian? I've never seen him if he is. I don't like stand-up comedians anymore because they can't say anything without being filthy. I miss, like, Rodney Dangerfield and Red Skelton and those guys. They didn't have to cuss to be funny. Nothing wrong with that army. Still talking about blondes again? Yeah, Alan liked that. See, that's why I'm you gotta be afraid of anything you say anymore because people just get so upset over everything. Like, for example, I liked some music by God, what was his name? Frank Sinatra. But I mentioned sometime in public, somebody was talking about, you know, and I said, I kind of like Dean Martin better. I think he's a better singer. And this guy was going to kill me, literally. He pretty much said, you know, if you say one more thing about Frank Sinatra, I'll go out in my car. I got a pistol out there and I'll kill you. What? What the hell's wrong with people? Seriously. So, you know, you got to be careful what you say anymore. People just go ape over every little thing. People are such wusses anymore. You can't say anything that doesn't offend them. Well, see, yeah, back in his day, it was a word you could say. It was actually in the dictionary, you know. Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it a good word to say at all. It's just that it was a different time. And I don't think you should hold somebody, you know. What I'm saying is, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody that had a TV show, a cooking show, I think. She got put in court for some reason, and she was asked if at any time she ever said the word. Well, she's under oath, so she was honest and said yes. When she was young, everybody said it. It was in the dictionary. Now, she didn't say that. She just was, you know, saying, yes, I've said it many years ago. Well, they held it against her. I mean, she lost her TV shows and tons of money. And that's what people do nowadays with the internet. You know, it's so easy to go back and find out what you did when you were in high school and hold it against you. Paula Deen, was that who it was? Yeah, I don't know who she is. I knew she was some kind of cook. Southern cook, I guess. Never watched any of her stuff or anything, but I don't watch cooking shows very much. But my point is, it's kind of hard if you think of some of the stuff you do when you're young. I mean, I dare not tell my kids some of the stuff I did when I was young. Because if they go out and do it, they'd kill themselves. But nowadays, for some reason, it gives people a lot of power. If they can go back and find out that in your youth, you did something that maybe wasn't right and could be held against you at that time. But now they're bringing it all the way up to the present and, you know, and holding it against you. I mean, you know, let's face it, 15, 16, 17-year-olds are stupid. Some of the stuff, I'm talking about, me included, anybody that age does stupid stuff. But to hold it against them for the rest of their life is like, whoa. But that's what's happening. And I don't know what kind of power people get out of it. About ruining somebody's life, or, you know, getting them fired from their jobs. And what kind of jollies does that give you? I don't understand. I probably never will. I'm going to hire a worker at this point and see what happens. Nothing, because it doesn't have weeds on it. I thought this field had weeds on it. Now wait a minute. I'm pretty sure it did. Maybe it's just a particular part of it. Bill, he's hungry. He must be smoking. Yeah, he did. And I think what he did was, basically, he thought, you know, the way he said it led me to believe that he said, you know, hey, I wasn't all that crazy about doing this stupid hosting thing anyway. Who in the hell watches the Oscars? You look at some of the critics nowadays, and, you know, guess who selects the Oscar movies and that stuff? It isn't the people watching and enjoying this stuff. Most of the movies that have won Oscars, nobody ever goes to see. Ghost Rider's back. What'd you get to eat that fast? I gotta try not to spread herbicide in these ditches here. Cedric Gishotwider. Ghost Wider. Huh? Fast food? Pizza. Yeah. Is it... Didn't you tell me once you buy 2 pizzas when you buy a pizza and you put one in the fridge? Or something like that? Oh, I can't help it. I'm spraying herbicide in the water source. What can I do? I'm a bad man. Yeah, Farmer, you're exactly right. I go to the movies. There are 2 of us. $32 to go to a movie. It better damn well be one I want to see. And they're coming out in video so fast now. If you wait long enough, you can just buy it and own it for the rest of your life. I wanted to go see Aquaman, but $32. I think it'll be out in video here pretty quick, and I won't have to worry about it. Okay, let's see. I don't think there's a ditch on the other end. Let me hire somebody. Who do we got working today? Mervyn Gilmore is on the job and ready for action. Indeed. Gino's in the house. Hey, Gino. How you doing? Ghost Rider does his own movies. Whoa! What was that? Where's the minions to tell me what's going on? Come on, minions, pop up here. There we go. Cedric, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And the dancing Twinkies like it too. They look like dancing Twinkies to me. I just like to eat them up. Doing great, Gino. Doing a little farming. Haven't been doing a lot of farming lately. I recorded a couple videos last night, but you won't see them for a week or 2. All right, let's see. I think I've got some fertilizing to do too. I don't know. I think this guy might be okay. I got a ditch on the other end, and I don't know if I did a long enough. These things seem to go pretty damn wide to turn around, and I got stuck in a ditch. I think I need another headland on the other end. You're caught up on honeydew? I didn't do one this morning because I knew I was going to be live streaming, and then noon came around and I didn't realize it was noon, and I was a little late getting to the live stream. Alan told me I had to get back on a live streaming schedule, so Wednesday was one of my days, I think. I don't know what to do. Wednesday and Friday, maybe. Wednesday and Friday, and then maybe over the weekend one. Too busy with 7 Days to Die? I changed the name of that game for me. It's 7 Seconds to Die. To me, it was worse than Ark. I could survive for quite a while in Ark, but boy, 7 Days to Die. My son and I played that. Now we're pretty stupid. We didn't know you could craft in it, right? We bought it late one night. It was on sale on Steam. We didn't know anything about it. We'd never watched anybody play it. We heard a lot of people talking about it, so we bought this game. and we didn't realize it was a crafting game. We're running around trying to survive buck-ass naked, screaming like two little girls, and kept dying and didn't realize that we could craft weapons. So it was terrible. Oh, it was awful. So I renamed the game 7 Seconds to Die because I was dying every 7 seconds. Well, yeah, I actually might be, Alan, Ginger. I'm not really, because if you've been watching my live streams for several months now, I've been starting at noon instead of 1. What are we drinking now? Do you live stream Red Dead Redemption 2? No, I'm doing a Let's Play on it. I might live stream it at some point, but for some reason, if I'm not farming, nobody watches my videos. So I just do them for my own entertainment because I like to record them. But yeah, I want to do a playthrough first because that way I've got a series of videos that I can store. And I want to do that as a blind playthrough. And the reason why I would probably live stream it is this. If you've played Red Dead Redemption at all, you'll know it's open world and you can do any damn thing you want. If you don't want to follow the quest line, the storyline, you don't have to. And let's say you are following the storyline and you're riding from point A to point B and you hear somebody screaming in the woods, or you hear a gunshot, or you see a train being robbed, or whatever. You can stop and do something there. But if you do, it happens so damn much, you'd never get through the main storyline. And since I'm recording, and I'm only recording 45 minutes at a time, I want to get through the storyline, so I'm trying not to. If somebody's screaming on the side, I'm trying to ignore it. If there's, somebody getting robbed, try to ignore it, because I want to get through the storyline. Now, once that happens, it might be kind of fun to live stream it and just do all those little incidental things, because there's so many of them. It would keep you busy for years. Oh, thanks, Mike. Red Dead Redemption is one of those kind of things where you really don't have a lot to say. I mean, it's completely voiced and everything. It's kind of fun to play. You really don't have to say a whole lot of things. It's not like Skyrim, where I actually had to role play a character. You had to kind of become the character. In this, I'm just controlling. To me, I'm just controlling Arthur, and the only thing that I have control over is how I think Arthur is actually trying to be redeemed, because that's the name of the game, Red Dead Redemption. In my mind, these guys are outlaws. Why are they outlaws? Because that's all they know. And they're maybe good at it. Most of them are stupid. Micah, he's an idiot. Bill, he ain't too smart. So, in my mind, that's how I played Red Dead Redemption, the first game, is that he was out of the outlaw business and just trying to survive and redeem himself. And so that's kind of how I kind of guide Morgan, Arthur. I tried to guide him to be a better person, even though he's an outlaw. But anyway. What's this? Bill ain't too smart? What? Yeah, Skyrim's a good game. It really is. I've even, you know, with all the controversy on Fallout 76, I'm still playing it. I'm still playing it, and I'm having fun enough. You have to make your own fun because it's really a crappy game. But they screwed that one up totally royal. But I'm still playing it, and after you get up to a certain level, it's a lot easier to play. It's kind of hardcore when you first start it a little bit if you're playing solo. Uh-oh. Bill just turned snowflake. He's been offended. What did I say? Oh, I said Bill. I didn't mean Bill. I meant in the game. Red Dead Redemption, one of the outlaws is named Bill. Oh, shoot. I didn't even think about that. Scorpion just had to add his 2 cents in, Bill. Uh-oh. Ginger's going keyboard crazy. I did say it, but I wasn't talking about Bill. I was talking about Bill. I can't think of Bill's last name in the game. He's in the first game, too. In the very, very first, in the Red Dead Redemption, in the very, very first of the game, you go out looking for Bill, and he shoots your ass, and you're laying down, dying in a field, and somebody picks you up and brings you in and takes care of you. I know, I said it. Alrighty, I think I got all my fields taken care of as far as the weeding goes. I think I got some fertilizing to do, but Bill, you snowflake. Bill's a snowflake. I don't think so. Oh, by the way, another thing I was talking about, I found out, I kind of figured this in the first place, though. If you're using the new mod that keeps the animals clean at 100%, it doesn't do anything about the mess they make. They still make a mess. Let me show you. Let me get out of this truck here. Oh shit, I'm stuck. Pardon my French. It's not my fault. Alan made me do it. Alan made me say a bad word. Okay, so let's look at, what is this? Chickens? No, not chickens. They're not making a mess. What? Let's go. Oh, they're brand new. I just put the animals in the last episode, didn't I? It's for the last live stream. Look, rolling hills. Pitter patter of tiny feet here. Okay, if we look at the cattle, they haven't made a mess yet. Oh, did I feed them? Where's the damn trough? Well, I fed them a little bit. You still get the mess out here, but if you look at them, you see that the cleanliness is 100%. What the mod does is it makes the cleanliness always 100%. What he did was he just took the script out, I'm pretty sure, or turned it off. But they still make a mess. Okay, so I kind of thought that was the case because I was reading the description when I downloaded the mod, and it said something about, yeah, they just turned that script off. But then it says something, and I don't remember the word he used, and I thought maybe it was a translation issue because he didn't say mess, he didn't say, you know, food on the ground, he didn't say, whatever word he said, it was unclear to me exactly what he meant. I kind of had the idea that's what he meant, was that there'd still be a mess to pick up, but it wasn't in English. I think it was translated. But anyway, there you go. Cullen Bohannon. Blame Alan. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Sorry. You need to replace the buildings. That's why I didn't do it until I had to renew the... No, wait a minute. No, I don't think you do now. This is, he's updated it. He's updated it. Because that's why I wasn't using it to begin with, but I'm using it now. So, no, I don't think you do. Somebody verify me on that, but I think that's the case because I haven't started a new... on my Let's Play, I didn't start a new farm, and I'm using it on that. So, I think he fixed it so that so you don't have to start a new game. You don't have to sell your building. Hi, Gall. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Now look, I lost my HUD again. What's causing the HUD? I'll tell you what. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, notice I'm in the field and in the lower right-hand corner, I can't see what's going on my field. It's been happening. And who was it? Mr. Walker. Daryl Walker told me he thinks it might be the speed boots that are causing that. Because it only seems to happen once I get out and start running around. But it's just, I don't like it because now I don't know what's happening to my field. So hang on a sec. I'm going to go out and restart the game. I'll be back in a sec. Actually, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to restart the game. Let me save it first. And so I don't want to give up the speed boots, darn it. Hey, Joe's in the house. How you doing, Joe? The funny part is that little glitch hasn't happened to me when I'm recording. It only happens to me when I'm on the live stream. Now, I don't think that has any relevance to it. But I couldn't prove it in a court of law. Yeah, I'm coming back in. I'm in. My speed boots are gone. Let me jump out in the field. I didn't take the speed boots off. I just haven't turned them on. Alright, so this is fertilized. Anyway, I don't think anybody else has had that problem, have you? Anybody else had that problem? Or do you have the mods I'm using? Oh, I can't stand this. Walking through the field like this. This is terrible. I gotta put it back on. Alright, so I do need fertilizer here. So let's grab the fertilizer machine. Here's another thing I might test. Okay, so you know when you're running instead of walking. Okay, so I'm walking. And then you hit the shift key and you're running. Okay? I wonder if I don't hit the shift key because he's actually walking pretty damn fast. Maybe if I just walk fast and not hit that shift key, I'll be okay. I'll have to try it. You're not using that HUD? What are you talking about? You're not using that HUD. You don't get out and look at your fields so you know what's going on? I mean, it's not a HUD. It's part of the game. All right, Gall. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, now I got to remember that that I've got to do a couple of what do you call it here, headlands, or I'll end up in a dang ditch again. I feel like an alcoholic. I'm ending up in a ditch every time. Like I'm in the gutter. Oh, the animal HUD. No, no, no. I'm talking about the HUD when you stand in your field and it tells you whether it needs fertilizer or weeds or that kind of thing. How far I can back up without hitting a tree. That's it. That's my limit. Can't take anymore. I know I'm overlapping, but that's okay. Taylor Farms is testing that tractor out, eh? I'm not a big John Deere fan, but that's okay. I don't dislike them. I just don't think they're, you know, everybody just gets so into, oh my God, if you don't have John Deere's, you're nobody. There's a lot of good tractors out there besides just John Deere. Well, I think it's soup du jour time. I'm slowly running out of Mountain Dew. I've got a couple left. I'm gonna have one today. Ah, I have a fridge I keep out in the garage. I think everybody does, but we don't get into it very often. And I've never really checked to see what temperature it's set on. But I got a Mountain Dew, not a Mountain Dew. I got a Dr. Pepper out of it the other day because I was actually out in the garage and I didn't have one in my little fridge in my office. And it was iced. It was icy cold, I'll tell you. I wondered because I grabbed it and ran to my office, which is on the other side of the house. And by the time I got there, my hand was frozen trying to hold that can of pop. It was cold. A Sprite. I haven't had a Sprite in a long time. A lot of times I used to drink Sprite in the movie theaters because they always had Coke. And I didn't care for Coke at the time. And so I'd have a Sprite. I like Sprite. It's good. I haven't had one for ages, though. Total International Harvester, Joe says. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start on the ditch side because this new mod I'm using here does not have collision on the boom. So I don't have to worry about those trees over there, but I still have to worry about getting off into the ditch here. So I'm gonna I'm going to come back here and hire a worker to go this way, I think. If I can figure out where I've been, where I haven't been. There's going to be a little bit of overlap here, but that's okay. I don't care. I get some people just get so upset with me. You're overspraying. Yeah, it's a game. It's not going to hurt anything. Well, it's costing you money. I said, I can cheat that in. That really pisses them off. I'm so mean. I can't help it. It's the rude man way, man. Come on. Ah. You can put a little whiskey in that Mountain Dew. Make it real Mountain Dew. Where's everybody at today? It's Wednesday. Vodka and Red Bull gives you wings. I believe I can fly. Oh my God, I saw a YouTube video the other day. I think the guy was in Sweden or someplace like that on vacation and was going to do one of those hang glider things. And he wasn't a hang glider, so the guy that had the hang glider was with him, and he was just supposed to be hooked onto the guy. So one guy's actually flying the hang glider, the other guy's just strapped in for fun, right? Kind of like when you jump out of a plane and there's two people, that kind of thing. At the start of the video, the guy that's on vacation, his wife is shooting, or he's got the camera hooked up onto the back of the hang glider so that he can videotape himself being hang glided. And he points out up in the corner that the guy that's taking him for the ride forgets to hook him up to the hang glider. So off they go off a cliff, and this guy's hanging because he's not hooked up. And because there's extra weight there, because he's hanging onto the bar, you know, they hang onto the bar, and the bar is the thing that's got the wheels on. And so the guy's having trouble controlling the hang glider, and instead of coming back down where there's flat ground, they go off where there's a mountain. They go off the side of this mountain. And this guy's having to hang on for dear life until this guy can find a place to land. And, oh my God, it was just... I don't mean to say it's funny because the guy got hurt, but he didn't die. He was able to hang on long enough, but the problem was that his arms, from hanging onto it, he pulled tendons in his arms, and then when he landed, he broke something I can't remember, because he's hanging onto the wheels. Okay, so think about that. The wheels are going to hit the ground when he lands. Well, he's underneath that because he's hanging from it. So when the thing actually comes down to ground, he's rolling like a ball on the ground. And the guy kept a good sense of humor, though. He said, yeah, I told my wife next vacation we're going to try bungee jumping. You saw that on the news, Andy? When did Andy come in? I missed Andy coming in. Sorry, Andy, I missed you. Oh, by the way, too, it was his first day of vacation. So it kind of ruined his whole vacation. Yeah, Andy's the new norm. Andy! Well, Andy and Alan take turns, I think, because I think Alan was norm last week. So Andy's norm today. It's kind of like that old joke. I'll be frank with you today if you be frank with me tomorrow. Although it's not an old joke anymore. It's more like real life. Man, this guy's slow. What else do I need to be doing anyway? Let's see if he'll carry on without me. Let's see. What about this one? Glug, glug, glug. I'm in the water. Oh, I gotta weed this one. Okay, we weeded this one. This one needs fertilizer too, though. Dang it. Keep falling in ditches. This one's fertilized and weeding and it's ready to go. So I'll go get the fertilizer spreader. Wherever I left it. Over here. No. Where'd I leave it? There it is. No, this is the herbicide doodled. That's what I meant. The herbicide. Oh, crap! Who left that truck just sitting in the middle of the road? Did I say the C word? Harold Tiggs completed their task. Was it Harold doing the fertilizing? Must have been. All right, I got to do a, what do they call it? Headland up here. All right, here we go. Now, wait a minute. Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm in the wrong field. How'd I get in the wrong field? I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. It reminds me of that song. I got ditches to the left of me, roads to the right. I'm stuck in the middle with you. I don't think that's the way the song went, but this is what it reminds me of. Anybody doing any logging in this game yet? I haven't done one stitch of logging in this game yet. Well, there's really no need to unless you're doing it to make money and you don't want to farm. It's not like we need pallets or anything anymore, or yet, until we get some production. All right then. I got to figure out. Let's see. My boom went. See that one dark tree that sticks out right there? That's where my boom was. Since I don't have GPS, I have to use trees for that. Hey, I was looking at a new GPS. I need a new GPS. Ours is gone wanky on me, or wanky. I have two of them actually. I've got one I keep in my car, but it's an older one, and it works just fine. My wife's though, she had one that you could talk to it and tell it, you know, like go to favorites or whatever and stuff. Well, that went out a long time ago. The thing is that she had one and it came with a suction cup, right? Well, mine sits on the dash, but hers has a suction cup on it. And for some reason, it would never stay stuck on the windshield. It was constantly falling down and it'd go all the way to the ground, and then you turn a corner and you get smashed upside, and you know it got beaten so bad it doesn't work very good. So I was looking for a new one. They got some now that actually give you landmark things. Like it'll say, when you get to a certain spot, it'll say turn right at the big rock or something. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it uses what do they call that? Not landscapes. Yeah, damn, I can't think of it. I can't think of the word. And but anyway, it'll say things like, you know, turn right at the pink house, or you know, something. Landmarks, that's what it is. It uses landmarks. Like it'll say turn right at the statue, you know. Steelers wheels, clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, stuck in the middle with you. Now see, as far as GPSs go, that's good for me, because this northwest, east, you know, southeast, doesn't mean a damn thing to me. You know, people will say, okay, drive 5 miles west and then go east for 3 miles. I say, what the hell are you talking about? Because roads don't go just north and south. They go sideways and diagonal and round like a snake, and you know, they just don't go north and south and east and west. So I get lost that way. So you have to tell me, okay, drive 5 miles and turn right at the yellow house. That's how I need to be, you know, get around. Now wait a minute. Is this gonna work? I can't remember what I've done, what I haven't done. What have I done? What have I done? Who's doing this now? Gino's spraying for me today. All right, Gino, I'll leave it up to you. Don't go in the ditch. Okay, this guy's done, I think. I can check on all this, can I? I can go in here and find out what's going on. What field is this? Growth, soil. Uh-oh, you missed a whole strip over here. And I didn't get plowed down here, or those are weeds, one of the two. 12's got a strip in the middle, too. Those are weeds, aren't they? I missed some weeds. Gino's taking care of this one. 20 I'm not worried about. Am I? What happened to 20? Really? What's wrong with 20? I was just there. Has he got a bunch of weeds right in the middle of it? Andy uses his phone. Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird. All right, let me check this out again. Where was I? Right. Okay, so that's fertilization. Well, I'm going to waste some more fertilizer and do the whole damn thing, so bear with me. See if this works. Around here, you say go south on 135 west. I know, isn't it weird? That's what I don't like about some of these GPSs. They're kind of weird. They'll say take a right on exit 13 and then take a right. Well, wait a minute. There's no right to take. What do they mean? Oh, and it doesn't always know, because I set my GPS at my house. So I'm sitting in my garage and I set it and say this is home. And every time I come home, my house is on the left, but it'll say arriving at home on right. No, there's nothing on the right except for the school. It's always done that. It's almost like, if you ever had GPS tell you to take a right and there's a swamp there, you know, There's no road. Just a big swamp. GPS technology in itself is a wonderful thing when it works. When it doesn't work, that's the old saying we used to have when we were programming: garbage in, garbage out. You know, you put garbage in a program, you're going to get garbage out. Gino says he's done already. Wow, that was quick. Okay, that's fertilized 100%. Do I need to fertilize 20? Yes, I do. 20 needs fertilized. Let me do the fertilizing and see what the weed thing says. Yeah, bad moon on the rise. My wife used to think it was bathroom on the right. I don't get this song. They keep singing about a bathroom on the right. What the hell? That's not what they're saying. One of the funniest things that happened, the guy that used to sing for Creedence Clearwater, what the hell was his name? Oh man, I can't think of anything today. Anyway, the lead singer and songwriter, actually, for Creedence Clearwater, he quit the gang and started singing on his own. And he had a song out on his own. And I think it was the rest of the group sued him for stealing a song or something, for plagiarizing a song. And granted, the songs were similar, but he actually went to court, and in front of the judge, he had a guitar, and he played the two things to show how they were different. But the whole thing came down because his lawyer looked at the judge. He says, "How can you sue somebody from plagiarism that actually wrote the song in the first place? The song they said he was copying was his song." He says, how would he plagiarize himself? It's kind of funny. John Fogerty, that's right. John Fogerty. Put me in, coach. That's pretty funny. So he won the lawsuit, but it's because it really came down to how do you plagiarize yourself? I don't think it was the rest of the group that sued him. I think that that some studio owned the rights to something or other. I think that the group sold their name to the studio or something because they weren't singing anymore. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. The whole lawsuit was stupid. People sue for some of the silliest things. I saw something, I don't know if it's even true. Because, hey, these people, it used to be that people would say, "Oh, it's the gospel truth. I heard it on the news." Or I read it in the newspaper. I said, well, as we all know now, you can't believe anything in the news anymore. But it's kind of the same thing with the internet now. You see something on the it was in Wikipedia. So that doesn't make it true. So I don't know if it was true, but it was some girl that was actually drowning. And some guy dove in, hauled her out, did CPR on her, and she sued him because he didn't have her permission to molest her. She said he was raping her. But, so I don't know if that's true or not, because I can't imagine that even going to court and being a thing. I mean, he literally saved her life. She was drowning. She was down at the bottom of the lake and wasn't coming back up. So I don't know if it's true or not, because it's on the internet. That doesn't make it true. Kind of like documentaries, you know. People seem to think that if it says that it's a documentary, that it's based on actual facts, and it's not always true. The person that makes a documentary, they're documenting the story, but they have their own opinion about it, and it may not be factual. Just because it says it's a just because it says a documentation or it's a documentary doesn't make it, you know, actual factual completely. I don't know where I left off. Oh, right here. I think I can see it. Why did it want to go in the ditch? That's crazy. Good Samaritan law. No, actually, it depends where you're at. When I was a paramedic, we were told by lawyers that if we were not on duty and we went by an accident, that we were not to stop and try to give aid, because we could be sued. Because we were paramedics, if something, and we weren't on the clock, and we weren't protected by the insurance company, that if we did something and the person didn't make it, that we could be sued. So we were told not to. Now, I don't know if that's state to state. I used to stop anyway. I just didn't tell them that I was medically trained. I just, would help. So yeah, I was probably putting myself in danger, but I did it anyway. But I don't know if I would nowadays. People are just nasty. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where the way the political climate is nowadays, with people being offended by every little thing in the world, I don't know if I'd stop and help anybody. I don't know if I even want to talk to people anymore. It's getting terrible. Now I'm talking in generalities. It's crazy world we live in now. I saw something on a talk show the other day where they were talking about the way things are now, that if you take somebody from back in, the day, like let's say the early 1900s, or before, no, even before that, like when people were coming cross country on the Oregon Trail and stuff like that. If you took somebody like that and dropped them in today's age, where they would have a telephone in their hand, they had entertainment 24 hours a day, they were able to have children that didn't, you got 6 kids and 3 of them died before they're 2 years old of some disease that they've got cures for now. And these people would think that they were in heaven. But take people that are living in this day and age, and they're bitching about everything. There's nothing right. Everybody's offended by something, and it's kind of weird. I don't know how I missed that strip seating, but I didn't go back and fix it. Let me turn time back up. I've got time turned down to like nothing. I ain't getting nothing for Christmas. I can't sing that now until another year. Christmas is over. I hate to admit it, but I still have some Christmas decorations up. I took the stuff outside down, but I still have the tree up. We need to take some time and get everything put away. Alrighty, let's just take a look at how everything is doing. 100% fertilized, no weeds. If you shoot them, you have to give reasonable aid afterwards. That's funny. I actually had a deputy sheriff tell me one time, oh, no, wait a minute. There is a big spot that didn't get weeded. Okay. Well, I got to fix that. I actually had a deputy sheriff, and I was living out on the farm, you know, and we had trouble with trespassers, stuff like that, and I pulled a shotgun on somebody because they wouldn't leave. And now, see, I lost my HUD, and I'm not using the speed thing. Well, I am, but dang it, lost my HUD. That makes me mad. Save the game. Anyway, I pulled a shotgun on somebody, and they got mad, and they called the sheriff. The sheriff came out. The sheriff told me, he said, yeah, you need to be careful about that, but he said, tell you what, if you ever have to use that shotgun, make sure they're in the house. If they're not in the house, drag them in the house. Now, I was like only 16 or 17 years old, and that's what the sheriff is telling me to do. I had to laugh my ass off now. At the time, I was scared because the sheriff's in my face, you know. I thought he was going to give me a hard time, but that's what he told me. He said, if you have to use that thing, he said, make sure they don't come back up. And make sure you drag them in the house if they're not already in the house. Good advice. Right, heading back in. I don't know what's causing that, but if it's the speed boots, I don't want to give the speed boots up. I don't know that it is. That's just what somebody suggested it might be. Hey, Jeremy. How's Jeremy today? God, this is slow. I gotta have my speed boots. Oh, man. Alright, let me look. I'm pretty sure it was Field 20, wasn't it? That I was looking at. That had, yeah, it's Field 20. I got a weed issue on Field 20. Herbicide. This is 29. What was 29 like? Okay, I still have a problem here. Weehaw! I'm on an herbicide the snot out of places. People are so afraid of some of this stuff nowadays. The state will come by and they'll spray the side of the highways, you know, for weeds and stuff. And people get so upset, they'll put signs up, do not spray in front of my property. You know, like they'd even know if it hurt them at all. All the junk that's in the air already. All right, now where was it? 20. Okay, pretty much the whole dang middle there. Yeah, it pretty much is. The whole middle. How did I miss that much? I can't even see the weeds. It looks like they're brown to me. Oh, I can see right there. They're all green. What? How come some fields have pretty flower weeds and some of them don't? Do the weeds have a growth stage? They must have a growth stage. They're sure pretty. We don't have weeds that pretty around here. Tell you what. Any new farms out there anybody knows of? I haven't been looking. Yeah, I got to remember a couple of things. One, I got to remember to put these Rubicons in the OneDrive so that if people want them, you can download them, patrons and stuff. And then I need to update this drive control mod. You're still playing on Rolling Hills? I thought that was 2017. Rolling Hills. FS19 Westbridge Hills. Are you kidding? Why would you redo Westbridge Hills? That's funny. 1.1 multi-fruit map, huh? Well, I guess I do have to admit that of all of Giant's maps, Westbridge Hills was my favorite. If I had to have a favorite vanilla map, that would be it. I did like that one. Still no 10-wheel dump truck? Oh! I have a dump truck. I forgot. I was going to show you. I got a new stubby. It's in the car section. Right here. Dang it, I forgot. I was going to talk about this. I did mention this in one of my regular videos that I did last night. But you won't see that for several days. But yeah, I got a new one. It's, I'm calling it Stubby 2. Or Stubby Jr. But it's a Chevy. It's a Chevy. Anyway, here it is. And look, look, look. It's got a fifth wheel in the back. So if you have a gooseneck trailer. Has anybody got a gooseneck, a decent gooseneck trailer? Yeah, I picked this up last week, and I haven't done a video. I hadn't done a video since then. I did two last night, and then of course the live stream today. Hagenstedt is my favorite. Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys, you Europeans are. Westbridge was the only. Wasn't that the first one that was like semi-American? None of the maps they ever put out are like, you know, decent American maps. But I don't mind. I liked Hagenstedt. It was okay. I think the reason I liked Hagenstedt is because the game was fairly new to me, and it was my first experience. Well, look. Oh, talking about this dump truck here. I changed it in the amount that it will hold, and I probably went overboard. Originally, I had it at 50,000, way too much. And then I changed it to 40, and that's even too much. I might take it down to 35. But this thing will do 100 miles an hour. Look, I'm going to get some air here. A little bit. But watch, this thing will do 100 miles an hour. Well, 99. It does 99 with a tailwind. But it does okay. It does okay. It sounds okay. It's not stubby, but it'll work. I just like to have a little dump truck for around the farm, feed the animals, you know, that kind of thing. Now let's see, I didn't put a silo over here, did I? Let's grab some cow food. I'll show you how it works. Let's see, I think the cow food is up. I think that's silage there. Is this the TMR? Yeah, this is a TMR. 25 or so. Yeah, that's about right, Scorpion. 40's too much. I'm going to drop it down to 30 or 35. You know what I might do is I might drop it down to 32 because that's what that trailer was that I was using. What the hell trailer was that? That Joshkin trailer. It was 32. Gina's demand dump truck. Yeah. God, this is slow. Oh, Scorpion, did you realize, or have you used this dump truck? Or anybody using this dump truck? Heard a couple people say they got it. Well, I got another stubby but I can't talk about it in mixed company because I'll get banned from YouTube. Stubby was 40K. That's what I thought. This one works at 40K. It's set at 40K. It just doesn't go very fast. When it's full, it goes about 23. Now, that doesn't matter to me because I just use it on the farm. I'm not driving down the freeway with it. Change the repair cycle. Oh, I changed mine. Every mod I've got, I change it from 600 to 6,000. You'll watch the repair stuff on my mods, and they don't hardly move ever. This one though, I can't stand how slow this thing unloaded, so I fixed that. This thing now unloads really quick. Not unreasonable quick. Don't get me wrong. It's not unreasonable. But if you were using this before, it was so slow. And it's pretty reasonable now. But see, even with 15,000, it still goes pretty quick. It starts slowing down at about 30,000. 25, 30,000. Whoa! I got some air on that. Quick wheelie never hurt anybody. Come on, Stubby. I'm thinking I might have to put a Maurice on. I might have to put a Maurice on the other farm. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sell this stuff. Here, I'll show you what happens when you put 40 on it. If I got 40 of anything. So I didn't remember what Stubby had on it, but Andy seems to think it was 40,000. Now see, 40,000, and it really cuts the speed down. But, like I said, I'm only using it on the farm, so... Well, I get out on the road, it's not bad. It does okay. It just looks like it's got weight on it, which it would, wouldn't it? I might just leave it at 40. But... when I had it set at 50, and I went out and got a load of potatoes, it took 5 real-life minutes to dump this little truck. So I went in and changed that. It's a lot faster now. And that didn't make it unreasonable. It's pretty reasonable. That's not bad for 40,000. You know, it didn't take that long. I think it's just about right. I think if I remember right, it was set at 500 and I changed it to 5,000. So anyway, there you go. How's my weed eater doing out there? Is he done? He's done. That little strip in field 12, I don't care. Those little strips, I don't care. No biggie. Let's put this thing away. Yes, I like it. You can change the color on these now, and there's no collision on the boom. All I did to it was change it up to 20,000. It didn't have a very large tank in it. Let's bring him back to the farm. This isn't really much of a farm. Can I squeeze in there? Whoa, what are the minions at? Alright, minions, where are you? There they are. Dara, thank you. And the minions, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. I love my little minions. What did Joe say? That map you used to play is out. Robillard? Really? Robillard is out? I'll have to check it. See how it's changed. Robillard, huh? That wasn't too awful long ago. That's the one that was... that's the one I used to... well, not, I shouldn't say used to. Geez, I was playing it just a month ago. Robillard, isn't that the one that is called Robillard Flats? And I used to make fun of it because the hills were rolling. We had rolling hills on Robillard Flats. And I would just laugh every time I said that or saw that. I'm here today on Robillard Flats, the rolling hills of Robillard Flats. Fun times. That was a really well-made one. I hope he did justice to the one for 19. I'll have to check that out. All right, I'm ready to harvest, but my fields aren't ready. Let me run out and see. What's going on in the old fields. Whoops. I hit the wrong key. Let's see what happens here. See if it's going to catch up. It's on the author's Facebook page. I don't remember who the author was. I'll have to look it up. How come my craps? How come my craps didn't grow? How come my crops didn't grow? What? Hey, Scorpion, didn't you tell me something about speeding time up and crops? Or was that somebody else? Did they even turn color at all? Are they a little bit yellower than they were? Now, I remember when I used to time quicker upper thingamabobber in 17, it seemed like it took a while for it to catch up after I did that. Wow. It ain't catching up. What's going on? What's happening? It isn't connected to the crops? Oh, now I find out. Dang it. And it won't let me sleep now. Oh, man. This is going to cost me money. It won't let you sleep unless it's sleepy time. And it ain't sleepy time. And I don't have a house here, do I? No, I don't. I don't have a house. I got a barn. They won't let you sleep in the barn. I guess I'm screwed. I have to just sit here and do nothing for the next 10 days. Oh, there is a farmhouse. Never mind. Big Bud parked in front of the house. Man, you need to clean the radiator there. I don't like coming in this. Look at this. This is how Europeans think our homes look like. Shit just laying on the ground. A ladder on the wall. This is a slap in the face. I'm telling you, they do this on purpose. Makes me mad. Oh well. Doesn't matter, I guess, in the long run. Yeah, I'm not tired. How does it know I'm not tired? Because I feel damn tired. I feel really tired. Am I tired yet? It still doesn't think I'm tired. Even in the dark, I'm not tired. Come on. I'm home. Let me sleep. There we go. I forgot to check, see what time it was. Well, let's do 12 hours. Doesn't everybody sleep about 12 hours? Okay, do I have crops now? Well, kind of. Good Lord, the chicken's made a friggin' mess. Oh, something to add to my list. I need that mod you guys were telling me about. I keep forgetting the name of it. The Superman mod. Pick anything up mod. The don't get a hernia mod. I can't remember. Don't bend over in San Francisco mod. Mega Strength. Okay. Well, I like the Don't Bend Over in San Francisco name better. They should change it. Look at... Where's the ears of corn? Oh, they're right there. They're green. I think. Isn't that an ear of corn right there? Mega Strength. I need to write that down. Keep forgetting. I'm getting all cynical now. Are you off work yet, Scorpion? What time is it? Yeah, I gotta remember I can't talk like that anymore because it's offensive. You know, I was... I have a couple friends that are... that live together. And one of them told me the other day, he said, whatever happened to men being men? He says, I've been gay my whole life, but I'm still a man. You know, being gay hasn't made me into a wuss. He said, I don't understand these people anymore. I'm just waiting for my crops to grow. I got nothing else to do. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check and see what the animals are doing. Chickens. Their productivity is only 92%. Why? Do chickens need both wheat and barley? Why is it 92%? All right, let me go check. I got some barley. I like saying barley. Maybe I like barley soup. I like barley soup. Oh, look at that. It just changed. Oh, only part of it changed. I really messed up when I seeded that field, didn't I? We are men, manly men. I love that movie. That's a funny movie. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. I like it. I like it when he says, unlike some Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent. I'm lost in a cornfield. I think I'm going the right way. There, I made it out alive. Okay, what was I going to do? Oh, I was going to check on the chickens. Oh, I need Stubby. Where did I park Stubby? Oh, hell, I'm going to get stuck between there. There he is. Who made Stubby bright yellow? Did I do that? Oh, that's right. Achoo. Bless you. I remember Achoo. Right, let's see if this makes a difference in the cheekbones. I don't have any barley. Well, I guess that's out then. What do the rest of the animals need? Let's see. Cows are doing 80% productivity. Oh, they need straw and grass and hay. Oh, goodness. My animals are all starving to death. There's the pigs. No, it was the pigs that needed all that. Cows are doing... No, I don't know. I'm lost. All right, well, now that I've got crops to do, the animals... I need to put a Maurice over at the other farm, don't I? You ate it all in your soup. Soup de jour. All the barley. Barley. I like barley soup. I like any kind of soup that's really thick. You know, I like soup that's thick. I don't like real watery soup. You'll see sometimes in these old-time movies, you know, where they're back in the 18th century or something, or 17th, 15th century, something like that, and they sit down to dinner and they've got this stuff that it's like they're drinking water with a spoon. Where's my... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I forgot to set time back. Dang it. All right, where's my straw? I know I have straw. I'm going to have a tough time today. There's the grass. I don't have any hay, but I do have straw. I don't think I've even done hay on this map. Does anybody remember if I found a grass field on this map? Wasn't there one up in the northeast corner? Didn't I do some grass? Don't I have a lawnmower? Does anybody ever really know what time it is? Now there's a group that I have not heard in a long time. Chicago. Alright, you know what? By the time I drive this thing up there, I'm going to have to put my speed boots on again. I just missed my speed boots. Alright, I got to find out. Look at the rolling hills here. And then you run into a ditch and your feet get wet. Alright, so... This is the grass field I was talking about. Do I own this? Did I buy this in the last episode? Let's see. Let's go up here to fields. I don't think I did. I don't think I bought it. Yeah, I did. I bought it. It's mine. Alright, I can get some grass up here. But it's nighttime now. I go to bed. Alright, Bill. Have a good evening, buddy. Take care. See you next time. Maybe. I hope. What was I doing? Oh, I was going to go sleep again. I've really messed this up. God, my ass must be really getting wide. I couldn't move through the door anymore. Oh, and it's gonna rain. Don't rain. Oh, I can't harvest in the rain. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Quit raining. All right. I'm just gonna take this over. I see. I don't have course play, so I can't set up a course and do this. But I can at least get the piece of equipment up there if I can get around some ditches. I spun out. I better put my beacons on because everybody in town knows how I drive. Yeah, they passed the law. It's against the law to run over people now, so I got to be careful when I'm driving. I can think of a few people that probably deserve to be run over. Isn't that awful? Oh, did you hear the thunder? It's not even raining anymore. So I'll have to go check out on Robillard, see if that's if they pretty much carried it over as it is, or if it's changed for 19. We had a dry ditch. Alright, well, I tell you what, it's probably hay I need, so I like this machine if you watch it. I miss Enterprise, but this one, it does okay. But I like when you turn it on. Look at that, it just picks right up. It's like a big vacuum cleaner. I don't understand. Isn't that weird? Okay, now wait a minute. I want to swap it out. Let's see. I need to select the work mode. Right swath, wide spreading. That's what I want. I'm gonna do hay with this. Only two. Only two. I need another field. This isn't very much grass. It's pretty loud, isn't it? This thing's got an attitude. Now, I got it set at widespreading. I didn't realize it still does it still kind of does a swath, doesn't it, in the middle, even though it's set to widespread. I didn't realize that. Oh, I should have. Right. I've done that before. Did I buy a tether? Let me see if I bought a tether. I don't think I did. Don't own that. Don't own that. Don't own that. Don't own that. I didn't buy a tether. Okay, fine. Let's buy a tether. Buy a tether. And then I'm going to need a wind... No, I don't need the windrower anymore because I got that quicker picker upper with the boom. So I don't need a windrower anymore. All right, let me take this. I'll take this to the farm, and then I've got a hitch on the back of this. I can pull the tether, I think. Yeah, I was doing that before, if you don't remember. I was pulling it in Maverick, if you remember. I had a tether hooked onto the back on Maverick. Or was it Maverick? No, it was Joran's farm that I was doing that. All right, who needed straw? Everybody? Yeah, this isn't quite stubby, but it's okay. It's like a modern stubby, because stubby was an old truck, you know, it was old style. It's like a new model of stubby. Alright, so nothing else needs straw. So let me run up to the store. I didn't put horses in. I'm going to have to find a place to put the horses. There is a horse ranch, I think, on this map. Might just find a place up there to dump the horse thing. I can't even stay on the road. What's happening? There's my tether. You get in there and get it. I think this will work. And off we go like a herd of turtles. Minions, what do you have for me? Razzle. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can pronounce your name. I'm just going to say Razzle. Thank you very much, Razzle. And the minions thank you as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why is the train just stopped here? Oh, come on. It's blocking my way. What makes the train run anyway? Because it's running when you start the map up, and then it stops running. It doesn't run all the time, I guess. Whoa, stubby, stubby. Oh man, good save. Stay out of the ditch. Right, so better late than never. We'll get it hooked up and go from there. I'll have to get that gooseneck trailer from you there, Scorpion. You say it works pretty good? Yeah, this show, I forgot all about doing this. But this will work. I can catch up. Let's see, where did I start on this? Or does it even matter? This game, it says you don't have access. Well, obviously you have access. I'm driving on the field, so you do have access. You don't own it. You can't work it, but you certainly have access to it. Maybe they're talking legally. You don't have access to it, so you're trespassing. Backs up traffic. Looks like it's a funeral. That's funny. Not that it's a funeral, but that it backs traffic up like that. All right. God, I haven't been on Discord for ages. I've been playing a bunch of games where they have their own Discord, so I've been logging onto their Discord and forgetting to log back into mine. All right, now let's put this thing back. There we go. Uh-oh. I'm messing the field up. They're going to get mad at me. I'm just messing this whole thing up here. We'll see how close the tedder follows to me. These rear steering rigs, I just have a hard time with. Remind me of the bumper cars I used to ride at the fair. Kind of sliding everywhere. Do they even have bumper cars and stuff like that anymore, or is it a hazard? They're doing away with football and stuff because of all that stuff. They're not let kids sign up for football much anymore and stuff like that. All right, we're almost done and whipped that out. Thanks for recommending that. I just completely forgot all about it. All right, stay out of the ditch. No, stay out of the ditch. I did buy this farm up here, so I'm gonna stop, park this thing up here. I suppose I need to put a Maurice up here too, eventually. All right, let's grab a combine and go to work. Let's see, we've got corn. What else do we have out there? Well, let's do the corn first, I guess. Or maybe not. I don't know. Did I have canola on the big field? Let's do the canola. I think that big field 5 had canola on it. Dodgems? Is that what they call them? Dodgems? That's funny. Well, I got headers someplace. I don't know. There's one over there. Okay, that combine's still hooked up to its header. Dodgems. Well, the funny part is every time that I went on the... I guess it's the perspective you're looking at. We didn't try to dodge them. We tried to ram them. But I suppose if you're on the other end of the ram, you're probably trying to dodge. So I guess that makes sense. Whoops. All right, I'm going to have trouble getting out of here. Get out of the way, combine. Ah, big insurance bill this month. Damage to the equipment. Is there a ditch? There is a ditch. There's not a ditch here though, is there? I don't think so. There's a ditch there though. Oh, jeez. See how fast I can go backwards. Oh, you're supposed to avoid the other cars. Really? Because we were always trying to ram them. That was the fun. Ram your friends. That's right, Scorpion knows. It must be an American thing. Yeah, we never tried to dodge anybody. We tried to knock them off the whole court. All right, here we go. No windrow. We don't have to worry about windrow. Oh boy. Yeah, we never tried to dodge anybody. And we don't rattle their teeth what we wanted. Go do the headland with this bigger header here, and then we'll get that other combine over and get it started. U.S. people are very aggressive. Yeah, that's true. That's true. At least we used to be. You know what? The culture, global culture anymore, maybe we'll finally have world peace because everybody's offended of being offended. They don't want to fight. And they stay home and do it. You just do it on the internet. If you want to fight somebody, you fight them on the internet, on Twitter. Was watching somebody that was did something at a college, and there were people after him, and she said the funny part was she went to school there. She knew all these people, and when she saw them in public at the dinner table, or at the in the dinner halls and stuff like that, these people, they'd smile, they'd talk, and then when they got on Twitter, they'd call her every name in the book. And that's the way it is now, Everything's anonymous. If I'm on Twitter, I can say anything I want. Keyboard warriors, there you go. Well, I'd be afraid for America, because if we ever get in another war, we won't have anybody left to fight. All these wusses nowadays. Well, except for Texas. We can count on Texas. I know that California is. California makes fun of Texas people all the time. I mean, literally all the time. California people are making fun of Texas because they're just all stupid. They're dumb. They're Neanderthals. But they'll tell you that if they ever get in trouble, they count on Texas to come and save them. All right, let me get this thing started, and I'll get the other combine. I think it's up on Discord for the strength mod for you. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm not aggressive. I'm offended. You might as well join the crowd. Yeah, see, back in the old days, if I was offended by something, I'd just ignore it. I wouldn't. Like, what would offend you? I'm offended about the kind of food they serve at a restaurant. Fine, I won't go to that restaurant anymore. I'm offended by something on the cable TV. Well, I just won't watch that channel. Turn it off. Go to another channel. It wasn't worth my time to, crybaby about it. I don't know what the hell's going on nowadays. All right, let's see who's working. We got Pat Pearson's working the black agro tractor, and the red International Harvester is Kevin Stahl. Now I got to get a truck. I'm still looking for trailers. The truck and trailer I'm using, the trailers don't work very good. Did I not have a truck? Is that it? Oh, that's it. Whoa. Whoa. Trailers, they individually they work just fine. They don't work well hooked together. And the funny part is, the guy that modded them to work together, supposedly. But, and the reason I say that, how do you know he modded them to work together? Well, because he modded a hitch on the back of it so you could hook them together. That's what he did. But they don't work well together. They're perfectly fine trailers. They just don't work well in tandem. Someone stealing companies from California? Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. People can't afford to live in California anymore. You definitely can't afford to work and live in the same city. Work in the city that you... Well, let me see. You can't afford to live in the city where you work. People that work in the city, they can't afford to live there. Too expensive. They have to live out in the boonies in some travel trailer or something. Canvas tent. What's UPS done in my damn UPS parked in my driveway? And he ain't giving me anything. Must have something for the school. Huh. Raining like hell out. Got a little bit of a wind blowing too. Alrighty. Oh, I need to get my quicker picker upper, don't I? This guy. Let's put him to work. Go pick up that hay. I do need a longer Dolly Llama. And I don't know if I showed you guys in the last live stream, but I did pick up a Dolly mod. A Dolly Llama mod. The mod itself is good, but it doesn't work with those trailers. This is it here. Very well detailed, and it's got some options you can put on it. You can put a different hitch on it. There's 2 different hitches. You can change the color. You can change the color of the wheels, color of everything. You know, you can put new wheels on, all that kind of stuff. Very well done, but it doesn't work with that particular trailer that I'm using. In that, when you put it under there, it still needs a bigger, longer tongue. And when you turn the truck, the dolly gets stuck under the trailer if it turns very far. You know what? I just realized how close that other farm is to the working farm I'm working in. I don't have access to the land. Well, we've already determined that I do. I just don't own it. And I can't work it. But I certainly can access it. I love this mod. This mod is super good. I like this mod better than the version that was in 17. I don't know what you think, but I like it better. I think it's better. I like it better. It works a lot better. Anybody else using this mod? Because I like it. It works really good. Boy, I didn't get very much hay, did I? Andy's got it. Mike's got it. It's a good mod. I like it. Works well. For those of you that don't have the, what tractor is this? What is this? Is this that Fendt? Yeah, this is the Fendt. For those of you that don't have the Lamborghini, Scorpion talked me into buying the Lamborghini. It's a mod. And I really like it. I love it. It's, I always kind of liked the look of it, but in the original game, it was a wimp. It just, you couldn't use it for anything. But boy, I just like it. It's a small tractor, and it really does a bang-up job on my farm here. Now this isn't it. It's that right in front of you there. Over to the right, that Lamborghini. It's a really nice mod. Well done. All right, there we go. We got some hay in the house now. Well, yeah, wow. That's my biggest field, and I thought I'd get more canola off of it. Okay, I'm confused, Scorpion. You're not sure why everybody's saying that. Are you talking about the everybody needs a longer Dalai Lama? Because if you're looking at the chat, whoa! Stubby, look out. If you're looking at the chat, the last thing I saw was Alan said he needed a longer Dalai Lama. And then I asked about something else. And all of a sudden, Scorpions want to know why everybody's saying that. You walked away for a minute. I asked if anybody was using that new Quicker Picker Upper. And everybody was saying, I am. Then you chimed in, but if you look at the chat, I thought you were responding to Alan saying he needed a longer Dalai Lama. Oh, I forgot. Here I've been going almost 3 hours. Mention it to Scorpion. He was the first one in today. Has anybody had any trouble with the live stream, either sound or picture? Because I turned it back up to 1080p. Has anybody had any issues with it? I forgot to ask. I don't think so because nobody said anything. Scorpion says he's using it and he needs a longer donkey llama, whatever that means. Picture's a bit fuzzy at the moment. Has it always been or just recently? Because I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. And this game has never recorded and or live streamed very good. Same as Mike. Well, the reason I turned it up is because when I record it, I have to download it and put it on YouTube. For some reason, my YouTube people won't come over and watch Twitch. So I've been recording. I have to download it. I have to edit it a little bit. I have to render it. Then I have to compress it. It's a pain in the ass. But at 720p, it's just horrible quality. The video is, after I get all that done. Because, you know, the live streams are not that good in the first place. Since 2110. 2110. What time is that my time? 12:10? Because that's when I started, about 10 minutes after noonish. Scorpion says he thinks it streams better on YouTube than Twitch. Huh. I might have to go back to when I live stream on YouTube, I get about twice the people watching. I have a hard time getting anything close to 20. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I might have to go back and try some YouTubing, I guess. I don't know. I got a full load of canola. Let's see, what's the easy way out of here? I bet there probably isn't an easy way out of here. There's an exit there. I heard water in the middle of the field. There must be an aquifer underneath the ground. See if the ladder doesn't affect it. It's that little walkway or whatever that is up there. If you could take that railing off, I don't think this would hit. Let's watch it go down, but I don't think it hits the ladder on the other side. No, it doesn't. If you could take that railing off, these would work pretty well together. Uh-oh, am I stuck again? High centered a little bit. Had to turn on the drive. The four-wheel drive is on, but the lock, the differential lock wasn't on. Okay, let me ask if you guys will answer. Should I go back and live stream on YouTube? Because I'm never going to make partner on Twitch. Never. You gotta have thousands of subscribers, and I've only got less than 5. You gotta have like 100,000 or something to make partner anymore. No collision. Well, there's a thought. I'll have to go in and look at the mod and see if they distinguish that railing from the other parts of the trailer. If they do, you could take it off. What are these guys fighting about? Ginger says he can't chat on YouTube. Why can't you chat on YouTube? Gino says yes. Yeah, a couple of times I've jumped back on YouTube to live stream, and I'd get 2-3 times the people when I did that. The app doesn't have the chat feature. Oh, really? Is that your Xbox app? Can I sneak through there? Oh, there's no collision on that stop sign. That's cool. Alright, let's see. We've got corn here, but I don't think there's corn on the other field. You ever watch it on your phone, Ginger? Soybeans down here. Jeremy says you can chat on YouTube. Jeremy, he uses an Xbox. Does that make a difference? He doesn't have a PC. Or if he does, he doesn't use it for the game and stuff. PC, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't, I don't know if I've watched a live stream on Xbox with the YouTube. I don't use a phone. I don't like a phone. I don't use it very often. No Xbox. Let's see, we don't have a ditch on the other end of this field, so let's see what we got with this combine here. Get rid of the rest of the canola. PC all the way. I'm a PC guy. I've got an Xbox. I've got 3 Xboxes. I got the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, and the Xbox One. But I'm not a console player. I don't play them. Very rarely. And I've always had all the Sony PlayStations too, and I don't play them either. I'm just not a console player. Spoke about it over the holidays. Probably. Yeah, well, it's something's, I don't know, something's been on my mind because everybody kept telling me I had to go to Twitch because that's what everybody does nowadays. You know, everybody's moving to Twitch. I'm talking about other YouTubers. All the other YouTubers, everybody's moving to Twitch. You got to be on Twitch. That's where you need to be. That's where everything's better. Twitch is better. On and on and on. And so I did. But every time I live stream on Twitch, I only get you guys. I very seldom get anybody new. I've got a couple new people today. But if I go back and do a quick YouTube stream, I always get 2 to 3 times the number of viewers. I don't know what it is. I always thought it was just me. I'm just not very good at live streaming. Or something, I don't know. Alright, let me grab my truck. Get rid of this canola. We got canola. We got canola. Look at that golden corn. Should be able to make popcorn. I'll tell you what. Have you guys ever? How? I shouldn't say this that way. Okay, you're at home. Either you or your wife gets the vacuum cleaner. You empty the vacuum cleaner, completely empty, nothing in it. You vacuum your carpet, and you have to empty the vacuum because it's so full of hair and dirt and dandruff and junk like that. My uncle, his family, him and his kids, they used to sit down and watch a movie. They'd get on the floor, and they had what they called an air popcorn popper. if you're not familiar with it, it didn't use oil. You put the popcorn in it. Maybe you put a little oil on. I can't remember. You might have put a little oil in it. I can't remember. But you put the popcorn in it, and it was like a hair dryer. It got really hot, and it would pop the corn. And it had a top to it that looked like a blender, if you know what I mean. And that would catch the popcorn, and then you'd pour the popcorn out into a bowl. What he used to do is he'd put the popcorn popper on the carpet in the middle of the room. They would get down and sit on the carpet and watch their movie, and they would plug the popcorn popper, and the popcorn popper would throw popcorn all over the place. And they would laugh and giggle and eat the popcorn off the floor. And it wasn't till years later, I was a kid back then, it wasn't till years later that I vacuumed my house one day, and I thought about that. I thought, oh my God, what the hell were they eating in that popcorn? Because I don't care how good a vacuum you've got. You could turn around and vacuum it a second time and still get a bunch of crap out of the carpet. It grossed me out. I couldn't eat popcorn for a while after that. Well, thanks, Andy. I appreciate that. I don't know. You know, everybody's different. I'd hate to be just like everybody else. But because of my existing subscriber base, yeah, I suppose. It's the same thing. It's like, you know, when I first started my YouTube channel, I never intended to be just a farmer. I never intended to play just one game. That's why I immediately put on there that I play the Rude Man game. I play lots of games, and I record them for fun. And but that being said, almost 90% of my subscribers come from the farming game, and there's no way for me to get around it. Now, that's perfectly fine. I like playing the game. I don't have a problem with that. But I never intended it to always be that way. I just thought that I'd play all kinds of games, and I'd get people that like different kinds of games, and you know, I'd get lots of subscribers. Well, I never did. I have. Well, take a look at anytime I play a different game. Go look at Red Dead Redemption. I will fluctuate between 20 and 50 views on Red Dead Redemption. Out of almost 5,000 subscribers, I fluctuate between 20 and 50 views a week on the Red Dead Redemption, and that's better. That's better than I would get on Skyrim, Fallout 4, all the other games I was playing. So it's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Yeah, these guys are making quick work out of this. Have to clean up the end of this field, but that's okay. I don't mind. I get people blocking my driveway all the time from the school, and that's bad enough, but I hate when they actually pull into my driveway and block my cars and sit there. That's just rude. I would never do that to anybody. It's kind of funny too, because people, if you say anything to them, they'll say, well, why'd you buy a house across from the school. If you don't like it, too bad. And I would think, you know, if I drove to your house, these people I'm talking to, if I drove to their house and blocked their driveway, pulled into their driveway, they'd come out with a baseball bat. But it's okay if they block my driveway. Thank God I got no place to go at the moment. People are so rude nowadays. There is a city ordinance. Now, my mailbox is at the end of my driveway, right? There's a city ordinance that the post office asked for, that you cannot block a mailbox within 15 feet either side. Well, that's pretty much means my driveway is covered with that law. And also, there is another law. Well, it's not a law, but it's a city ordinance. There's another one that says you're not allowed to block a person's driveway. And so I have every right to call the police and have them ticketed and or tow their car away. I've never done that. I probably never will. I don't, I'm not that mean and vicious. But so there is a city ordinance, and so I did get the city ordinance from the chief of police, and I put it on a piece of paper. I make copies of it, and if somebody blocks my driveway or my mailbox like that, I just put a note that says, you know, there's a city ordinance, such and such and such. City ordinance says you cannot block, you know, the driveway or mailbox within 15 feet either side. Would you please not block my driveway or mailbox? Thank you. I'm nice about it. And I put that on the windshield, and hopefully the next time they won't do it. God, people come up, they'll flip you off, they'll call you every name they can think of. They'll cuss and yell at you for 15 minutes. People are rude nowadays. I'd never do that. I just would never do that. I've had people do things to me out on the road, and everybody says, flip them off, flip them off. Why? Is that going to change their behavior? And maybe it wasn't their fault. How many times have you been driving and you don't see something, and so you start to pull off from a stop sign, not realizing there's a car coming because you didn't see it? Complete accident. You know what I mean? And you stop quickly, but they'll honk and flip you off and call you nasty names. And you didn't do it on purpose, and nobody got hurt. You know, you saw it. You look one way, there's nothing. You look the other way, there's nothing. You start to go out and look back the first way, and you see somebody, so you stop. Happens to everybody, I'm pretty sure. And so, you know, people will say, oh my God, that guy almost hit us. Flip him off, flip him off. What good's flipping him off going to do? But what if he didn't even realize what had happened? It's just completely an accident. Accidents do happen. I can't think of anybody that actually wants to crash their car. Now, maybe they did it because they've done a stupid move, but it still could have been an accident. Road rage. Yeah, I've been watching some of those road rage videos lately, and I got to stop because it's just, people get hurt out there because somebody does a stupid thing, and they put it up on YouTube as a humorous thing. Anyway. I don't know if Dar's still on, but Dar was on earlier. She sent me a message yesterday, I think it was, and she misses my G27 wheel because I'm not very good with a controller. And so when I'm driving, I'm pretty jerky on the equipment. I can't use these little thumb drive thingy-mabobbers. These little thumb plungers on controllers. That's why I don't play consoles. I can't use the stupid controllers. The little thumb things. You'll see it when I'm driving. It's just like when I steer, I'm just constantly doing this because I can't use these little thumb things. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Yeah, not very good at it. Texas major road rage. I bet. That's because you guys have open container laws and guns. At least that's what everybody thinks. You know, they show videos. You people in Texas, don't you have drive-in liquor stores? You can drive up to a window and get. Oh, I need a coordinator on this. All right, I gotta go change coordinators, but I'm going to call it a live stream. I've been 3 hours. That's enough, I think. For now, anyway. I did a few live streams before the holidays, if you remember. Quite a few, actually. Where I was doing 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. I don't know how I did that. I get tuckered out doing this. I talk too much. That's the problem. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I hope you all had fun. And check YouTube. Maybe I'll do the next one on YouTube and see what happens. You guys keep track for me on if I do a YouTube one and see if I get more people watching on YouTube. Because if I do, I might just switch back. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end it. Hope you had fun. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Keep me company. Keep me honest. And I'll try to do another one on Friday. And maybe 1 or 2 on the weekend. And thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening, everybody. And I'll see you next time.